DevOps tool work when you're talking about API management. So here we have a connection to the API management repository. We have downloaded all of the data from our repository. And if we look at it here, we can see we got a proxy here called 21, Northwind 21. It is a pretty simple proxy with some policies into it. And if we look at these, the spike here, we can see it has a rate of 4. So we got a business request. They wanted us to update it and make sure that this value is 10 because we expect some more load on this backend system or whatever. So that's all good. So that means we will then go to our Figaf tool. And one of the things we also do is we're synchronizing all of these proxies out to the user. So obviously you could go in here and proxy and change it. But one of the other thing is we have the option here to go to a Git repository, and in this Git repository we are downloading all the resources. So if you have something that's a little more complex to manage or change, you can fix it in here. So we'll change it to 10. We will just save the file, and we have created some Gradle plugins that you easily can trigger. So from here, I can just say upload API proxy, or you can download the API proxy also directly from in here, making it easier to maintain these things. So now we have updated, and if we go to our API proxies and reload the page, one of the things we can see is in the policies, and if we open this one, we can see it's been updated to 10. So that's good. We can then test this and it will work out hopefully as expected. So the next thing is we want to synchronize it. And with the synchronization, we have the option to download all proxies on all these resources, and they will then be fed back into the Git repository so all developers have access to all it. It also means that it's a lot easier to reuse it because in the Git repository you can search for these different data. So let me just show you. So we can see we're getting two new versions of these, and if we just look at the Git repository and we look at the sync branch that we are sending all this into, we can see there was an update. We should be able to see that there was a commit here on this object recently. You can see the branches. Oh, we can see here the update. There's a third commit here. We can see that there was some updates on these values. So that's all good. Now we want to transport it, and we obviously want to be able to document why we made this change. So we will select the changed objects that we have, or we can select the full proxy if we want to. We will select here and say DevOps demo. We can select which landscape we have. We can specify it here. We can put in the Jira issue for this, or Solman, or whatever, and you will put in the link also to those issues here. We can press save, and what this will then give us is it will give us a list of all these changes. We can then later go back to the change and see why someone was made this change, but for now it's good. If it was PI or CPI, we also had testing included as part of this. Now we can create a new transport, and in the transport we can see we have created one for API management. We can see it's this source. We can specify we want to import it, and now we have the option to import it into the target system, and it was imported successfully. So if we go back to our main page, select the API management for the development system, or for the QA system in this case, we can see the Northwind was just updated. And if we look at the proxies here, we can then see that the policies was changed to 10. So this means it's a lot easier to understand what has been changed as a part of this change. So if we go back to our ticket, we can set it to resolved, and that means we have now resolved it. We can go to the report page here, and then in the report page we will then create a document. that contains all information about the specific ticket. So we can see basic information about it. We can see the object details. What are the objects that we have imported? When did we import it on the QA? We have the list of all the transports that has been a part of this delivery. And we can then upload this to our Jira Solution Manager service now to document what we have. We also do have options to simplify the alerting process. If you want to get information about what has failed, I recommend also checking out the video on the alerting process for API management. It is really simple, and with that you will get something like this. You can see who has called it, what are the exceptions, and you can set up specific rules to handle these different kind of requests. I hope this was interesting and something you want to see more on. Go to figaf.com/DevOps and check it out.